All right, we're live. I'm gonna share it on a couple pages real quick,
All right.
and then we can move on. Oh yeah, I forgot. I forgot about that, and didn't. I totally forgot it puts that up there for me. Um. All right. Shared it on WTB's page. All right. How are you today?
I'm great. Can't complain. It
Right?
is perfect sunny weather. I don't know how it is over there, but it's like almost 80 degrees over here.
It's like rainy and cloudy and yucky over here.
Oh, nice.
So it's not fun on my end. But being in Texas, of course, it's nice over there.
Summers, no. Unless you want 120 degrees, it feels like.
Well, thanks.
You
I do
like
like,
sweater weather.
yeah. Oh, I mean, I do, but I don't. Like, I have mixed feelings about it. I hate the effing snow. Like, one time a year, and I'd be cool with it. But then after that, I don't like driving in it or nothing.
Just like the first snow, cool. And then the rest of it, it just, no. You're
Yeah.
like, I'm over it.
Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly how. Probably for every Illinoisan ever.
Yeah.
Just
I
like,
remember when I lived up there. Yeah, I hated it. I don't know how y'all stay up there.
yeah, it's rough. I tell you what. I don't leave much, to be honest with you.
You're like, I just walk out my door and go to work, and that's it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep. Whatever I can do, bare minimum. Um, okay, so for those that are just joining, this is Bailey. She is an actress and model. She is a model with Working Tattoo Beauties and also an independent model and an independent actress. Um, so I guess we'll just start off. I'll ask a question.
All right, sounds good.
Okay. What made you decide to go into modeling?
Well, I mean, I think that like every girl in high school, like when you're becoming yourself, like looks in the mirror, does different poses, like every girl. And so I think it was always in the back of my mind, but in my family it wasn't like a thing, like tattoos and stuff. And then once I started getting them when I was 17, I just was like, this is freaking amazing. And then honestly, I didn't start my career till like my late 20s because I had babies and like did the typical, get married and have kids and all that. And so I actually, once I had my kids, I kind of just started, like I was, I got asked to be in a calendar, and it honestly, I took pictures and I fell in love with it. And I was like, you know what? I can do this. I don't care if I'm in my late 20s. You can still do it. Who cares?
Right?
Like, who says you got to be 17?
Truth, though. I think beauty comes in all ages, shapes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, some of those women that are like in their freaking 60s and 70s with that gorgeous white hair, I'm like, damn, I want to look like you.
Right? But real though. For real. So you said that you started out in a calendar. Was that with Working Tattoo Beauties, or was that somebody else?
It was our very, very first calendar right after when our founder, Sonia, her and Kimmy, Kimmy Smith, they got together and we started the calendar. It was like the baby. So that was like 3 years ago.
Okay.
Before we even like started really branching out. I think we were just trying to see, where it would kind of go and if people got a good vibe from us before we started the actual. So I'm one of the originals from their baby calendar.
Real OG.
The real OG, yes.
All right. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
And can people still find those calendars, or?
Yeah. I even still have a few. So it's on my link tree if y'all want to, like, I still have them.
which is awesome.
I mean, I believe the year is what, like 2021. So, you know, if you want to look back, go for it.
Hey, you never know. People could just want it just to have it.
Yeah, exactly. Excuse my dog. Sorry.
Right? You're fine. Mine are the same. They drive me nuts. You
And
know.
it's even like, it's always when you're doing something like this, and then they're like, oh, let me just bark right at the most inconvenient time for you.
And kids, you know, because kids gotta want everything at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
So how has like what types if you were to get sponsored, what type of stuff would you look for to be sponsored on?
I mean, honestly, I'm not really like picky. Like, I love jewelry. I love, like, it could be anything, honestly, like t-shirts. I love a lot of like the gothic dresses and the gothic outfits, Victorian. I love that kind of, I guess it would, the steampunk cosplay kind of thing, but more like Victorian and stuff. I love that stuff just because it's unusual. It's not something that you see every day.
Right.
Which I like. I like unique things. I like stuff that, you know, and I don't want to, I'm not trying to sound vain, but I like stuff where it's like, wow, like kind of attention getters, I guess. But like, you know, I don't, it's not that I'm seeking attention, but I want like somebody to look and be like, man, that's freaking cool, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting attention at all.
Yeah.
Definitely one of those people. I think that people are super overrated about like, oh, you just want attention. It's like, yeah, like I want to stand out. That's the whole point of being a different person.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like you just, I don't want to be like everybody else. Like I want to be different and to stand out and just not be an everyday. I think that's why a lot of us do like the alternative models, is because we don't want to look like every other girl that, you know, is right down along the assembly line. We're like, we want to be different. We want to be heard. We want to be bam. Hello, it's me.
Right. Exactly that. What are some of your biggest accomplishments in the modeling industry now?
I would say I never thought that I would be on the cover. So that was pretty exciting when I got my first cover. And I've had quite a few actually, from all over the place. Like I am on the cover of one in Australia that came out. Greece, I had one. Just like in all these different areas, all these different places and part of the world, which I think is pretty interesting that they even allow, you know, tattooed models, you know, because in some places over there, it's not, you know, it's not okay, or it's not normal, or they still look at it like it's a horrible thing, you know. So I think that's a pretty big accomplishment, just getting my name out in the world. Like who knows, you know, even if it was a few people, hey, they knew who I was, you know. So,
yeah.
And I was just recently on the WTB calendar, the front cover, which I was on the one last year, but I was with 3 other models. We were on the cover. So being just on there by myself, that was pretty, doing like a high fashion kind of look. It was really unique and I loved it.
Yeah, it looks really pretty.
Yeah.
Definitely. I was in love with that picture for sure.
Yeah, like I was like, that's not me. I was like, who's that?
Exactly.
And honestly, I look at all my pictures like that. Like I'm always like, I always tell my husband, I'm like, no, this is not me. No. Because I'm a dog groomer, so I go and I wear sweatpants and like a t-shirt, and you know, I'm just chilling at work. And then when I look at this, I'm like, oh, I actually look so pretty. Like,
right? I feel that in my soul.
Yeah, like I'm like, wow, like of course I'm my biggest critic, you know, but
yes,
I try not to be.
It's hard. It's a hard thing to do, especially when you realize that you're like out there, you know?
Yeah, and people have opinions, and you know, they can, and a lot of times those opinions are just being made because they're upset they don't look like that, you know?
Yeah, something like that. How well do you handle feedback?
Pretty good. I know I have a lot of anxiety, which, you know, I work through all the time. I've had some depression, but I honestly try not to let what anybody says affect me as much, because honestly, the person that matters is like how I feel about myself.
Right.
And that took me a long freaking time to get there. Like, to realize who I was, to be like, this is me. If you don't like it, then, oh, well, you can go somewhere else. Like, you don't have to be around me. You don't have to talk to me. You know, like, just, oh, well, you know, if that's your opinion, that's your opinion, and I respect that. But I mean, you don't have to be so rude and mean. But if that's the person you are, that's the person you are.
Right.
I can't fix you. You know, I tried fixing people for so long and it doesn't work. So instead of fixing them, I'm going to fix me. And, you know, I'm still working at it every day. I know that I have issues and, you know, but I try to work through those every day. And maybe, you know, if people realize that it's okay that you have issues, you just need to learn how to manage it. And, you know, maybe they won't be so mean, you know. I feel like there's something wrong with them if that's how they're perceiving.
For sure. Everybody should take every day as a learning experience.
And like, I laugh at myself too. Like, there's definitely, you should see the behind the scenes pictures. I mean, there's always some stupid pose I'm doing in the background, or always something silly, like, you know, and it's just, I like to make fun of myself sometimes. Like, sometimes I'll look at a freaking picture and I'm like, what the hell was I doing with my hand right there? Like, I'm just like, what was that? You know, like, and I think that's why it was so hard when I did the movie, because I was just a goofball trying to do something so serious and I couldn't.
Right. Yeah, I don't know how you did it, because I would not have been well.
You know, like making bunny ears, like,
yeah.
over the
I get nervous.
It was fun.
Yeah, well, do you want to tell everybody about your movie? Like, what the name of it is, what it's about, and like where people can find it?
So yeah, the movie is called Hell Dance, and it was it's just a small, about 15-minute film. And it's mostly about, like, the director kind of went with the vibe of, you know, kind of House of a Thousand Corpses. She really loves Rob Zombie movies, and I freaking love Rob Zombie movies. So kind of my character was a little bit based on Baby, from, if you've ever seen the movies. She tried to base that, and basically it's just, you know, a psycho killer and her partner. Although I'm not entirely sure if they're like lovers or friends or whatever, or brother or sister. That was never clarified. But anyways, my partner in crime, it's just my buddy, I guess. We just go on a killing spree and try to terrorize this couple. And yeah, there's going to be a part 2, and I'm not sure. I don't know any of, she's still writing it, so I have no idea. And it's a woman director as well, which is awesome.
Women
Sabrina
Empowerment.
is her name. So,
okay.
And you can find it on YouTube. It is now available on YouTube. We also have it on streaming sites, but I think everybody has YouTube, so it's probably easier to go on there.
Yeah, and we'll definitely play it here in a little bit for anybody who wants to watch like the first few minutes to see. And then I also shared it on my Tattoo Baby page, so
perfect.
People can see. Sonia said, "You both look so cute."
Thank you.
What about your first tattoo? When did you get that?
So I got a phoenix on my side here when I was 17. Totally went illegally in Illinois. You know that's normal. Yeah. So yeah, I got a phoenix because I thought it would be something cool, because I was graduating high school. I was starting to be an adult, and I thought, you know, the phoenix, I felt like my childhood was dying. So here comes my adulthood. So I got a phoenix to kind of represent that. And it did not hurt one bit. I was honestly surprised. You know how you're nervous for your very first one because you don't know how it's going to sound. You don't know how it's going to feel. I mean, you hear people, but you don't know until you really experience it.
All right. Man, the ribs were my worst spot.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's because I was 17 and I was running on pure adrenaline. I don't know, but I don't remember feeling anything now. Oh my gosh, it's hard now.
Yeah. Maybe the older we get, I don't know.
I think so. I think it's either like our skin gets thinner. I don't know, but starting on my legs, and I was like, I do not remember them hurting this bad for my arms. Like, I was like, I don't understand.
Yeah, it definitely, I don't know. Ribs were not my favorite. So you was just like, go big or go home.
Yeah.
That's okay. Whatever. You did it though. You got it passed. You got it done.
Yeah, I got it done. Yeah, I would say my arms are done, my back's done, some of my front, and I'm working on my legs right now. I would like to be at least 90% covered.
Sames.
Yeah, I mean, why? I want to be like the cool old grandma, the
Mhm.
Mima, the cool Mima.
Yeah. The one you see in all the memes, they're like, what do you look when
Yeah.
you get older? And you're like,
And I'm gonna be like, I don't care. I mean, why? You know, like don't regret it. Like live your life. Who cares?
for real. What is something that you would say to fellow models as an advice?
I mean, I definitely think that I know it's kind of a hard competition because you know we are competing for the same thing. But definitely just like, you know, try to embracing each other and, you know, finding things like, you know, every model has their insecurities and what they're nervous about and everything. And I think if we all just look out for each other and just say, hey, like you look gorgeous, you look, just a simple compliment just goes a long way. Instead of just tearing each other down, or I mean, we should all be proud of where we are today because I'm pretty sure back in the 50s we would have been in an insane asylum. So I mean, we should be proud that we're able to be who we really are and show our ink and show how beautiful each one of us are, you know?
I completely agree with that. What's one of the longest photo shoots you've ever done?
Oh my gosh. I mean, obviously the damn, like the working tattoo beauty ones are pretty long because you have to be there all day. So I've gone to every single one, even the ones in Puerto Rico I went to. So I mean, anytime that's like we're involved, we like to take as many pictures as possible, which is not a bad thing. So I mean, always get as much as you can.
Okay.
So yeah, I would say that those are probably like my longest. Like those are days.
Yeah.
And then yeah, when we were in Puerto Rico, I did a shoot because I was the first one ready in the morning, and I was there from like 6 to like 8:30 till the next model. So it was like 2.5 hours of us just shooting and playing around and just. I mean, sometimes that's the best part. Like when you get on a really good relationship with your photographer and you can just like hang out and kind of photographer, you know, like you and take photos and stuff like that
Right.
instead of it being like down to business, you know, like you both have like a glass of wine and you're both just like friends and like chilling and like, oh, that's a good idea. And oh, you know, like, and just have fun with it.
Yeah, for sure. I totally forgot about Puerto Rico. So with Working Tattoo Beauties from the start, you've done Puerto Rico and Texas.
Texas, Puerto Rico, just this recent Texas one. And then, you know, we just went to the tattoo convention in Kansas City. So, I mean, we did a group shot there. So, just trying to get out there and get different exposures. And, you know, our founder, she's got a lot of background with a lot of musicians here in San Antonio. And she just has a lot of like connections in different places from knowing different musicians and everything like that. So, that's pretty neat that we can venture out. And then also with having like our models in different places, you know, like they can hold events or, you know, go somewhere that they feel would be a good fit for our group. And that's pretty fun, I think.
Adam says, "What's up from Everfelt?"
What's up?
So we have a good amount of people in here, so I want to show the clip from your movie.
Absolutely.
So for those that are joining and just watching, this is Bailey. She's a model and she's also an actress. So I wanted to show everybody a clip from her movie. So we're gonna take a break, but you guys are gonna watch the movie. So Bailey, if you want to stay on camera, it's totally up to you, but you can also stop your screen from sharing or showing if you want. Okay.
I have no
Be
idea,
right back.
but that's okay.
It's okay.
Oh,
All right.
Max Johnson with breaking news tonight. Another confirmed death has been reported. Police have identified 3 more victims, and the reports have confirmed their death from cannibalism. A huge boiling pot filled with boiling body parts was found on the stove. Photos of the victims scattered across the house indicate an obsession with some of the victims before she killed them. More news to come at 10 p.m. Stay safe. Please. No, please.
Where are you going? Oh, you poor boy. Oh, shut up. Oh, it tastes so good.
All right.
All right.
See, I think you did such a good job.
I mean, I feel like I did a good job, but I mean, I was still like, oh my gosh, it took, and it was short notice. So I literally only had 3 days to learn like that scene right there, that first scene.
I would have been freaking out.
Yeah.
Hey, though, you did an excellent job for such short notice and all of that.
Yeah.
Kirby said, she's so hot.
Oh my God, my husband, sorry. He's ridiculous. He's my number one supporter, my number one cheerleader. So
right, that's how it's supposed
which is
to
great because I know a lot of men are not always comfortable with their women showing their booty to the world or showing their skin to the world, but no, he's the best. He's like, I do what makes you happy.
Yeah, and it's always good to have it makes the relationship better when you have someone who's so supportive.
Yeah, and then even the movie too, like I even felt nervous because like I'm on top of this guy pretending to stab him,
Mm-hmm.
Which even then it was really funny because like I was barely hitting him because I was so scared I was gonna hurt this guy, and he's like, can you just like make it look like you're hitting me harder? And I mean there were so many takes, let me tell you, like, and being a model and looking at a camera, you're used to staring at it because you're getting your pose, you're getting your you can't look at the camera. Let me tell you how many times the director sat there and was like, Bailey, stop looking at the camera. I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't help it. But yeah, even that scene, like he was sweet about it. Like he's like, it's all part of the movie, it's fine. Because I'm like on top of him. Like I was like, I promise that's all that was happening. But he was the best. He's like, don't even worry about it.
That's good though. So for those that got to watch a little bit, want to finish watching it, I put her movie in the YouTube comments. You can click on it, and I also shared it on my Facebook itself. So go check out our movie because she rocks, and you should
And
definitely
it's
watch
good. And there's a part 2 coming out. So if you want to see more.
it. Mariah said, fucking awesome. I've always wanted to get into acting.
Do it. Just do it. I mean, honestly, I just knew him, the guy that I worked with. I knew him actually. He was the roommate with one of my dog grooming friends. They were roommates together, and that's how I knew him. And then he saw, honestly, my modeling on Facebook, and that's how it kind of just started. So, I mean, if you ever get a chance, or even if you just like look up some some indie like film productions in your area, I'm sure that you could like see casting calls, or even just being an extra, so you just get your foot in the door.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I got lucky because I knew somebody, but you know, like I'm sure there are ways, just like modeling, how we submit to magazines. I'm sure you can do the same thing.
Right. I don't think I could ever. I would.
It was hard, but now that I like did it, now I feel like I could do it again. I definitely could. It's like getting your feet wet. I was like, oh, this is fun. I mean, my goal, and I know this is going to sound so dumb, but my goal was I would love to be in one of those B-rated shark movies. And I want to be the chick that goes running on the beach. Like, you know, the very first scene is she gets eaten, but it's the hot chick running on the beach. And then she gets like eaten by the sharktopus or whatever they freaking have. Like, the 6-headed shark, or I don't know, but I love those movies. They make me laugh.
Okay, well, if you ever get one, I want to see it because
I want to see it. I think it would be great. So you hear that, sci-fi, just in case.
That'd be super awesome. Though. I think that sometimes the best things just kind of fall in our lap that we're made to do. And truthfully, with what you've shared, with it being like kind of like your first movie and stuff, I think you did excellent. I mean, seriously. So it might be a calling that you have that you don't even know.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I never thought for once I could do that, but I did. And I was nervous. Don't think that I freaking was like having a panic attack on the way over there, but they were really nice, and they knew it was my first movie, and they just kind of helped me through it and said, sometimes you just have to improvise. Like I kept wanting to get like each line perfect.
Yeah.
And you can't really do that in acting. You know, you take the line, but you got to make it your own in a way. So some of the words are not to the point, which I had to learn because I was like, I got to get all of these right. No, you have to just be you and make the part yours. That is one thing I learned. So I think anybody can do it.
I have horrible memory, so I doubt it, but but that's okay. You took it for the team. You did great. Okay, so the first time you ever did a photo shoot, were you nervous like that, like you were for the movie, or?
I wasn't as nervous because I feel like I didn't have to talk.
Okay.
So for me, it was that for me, it was like getting what the director was kind of looking for, like the voice or like the creepy laugh, or, you know, just having to do the playfulness, so I feel like that is what kind of made it, because I'm pretty comfortable with myself as like body wise or whatever. And like I said, I'm a goofball. So like I'll make fun of myself. So if I do something dumb, which is not what they're looking for, I'll just be like, okay. Try again. So, I mean, I think that acting is definitely harder than modeling, just on the voice part of it. And yeah, remembering the lines. But I mean, I remember my first photo shoot, it went pretty smooth. It wasn't really, I mean, I had a dog, so it made it easier for me. So
That's
usually
cute.
a lot of my pictures involved animals or dogs or chickens which they're harder.
Anything fun.
Yeah.
So
They're harder to photograph. But my one girl Pomeranian, that it was the working tattoo beauties, the first one where we were holding the dog up. I don't know if y'all have seen it, but yeah, that's my dog at like 7 months old, and you just had to be like, hello, and she was all like, yes. I was like, she's better than me, like, damn.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Do you have some of your publications with you?
Yeah. So
let's show them.
So this is the calendar. See, very, very very gorgeous and pretty. And, you know, Miss Tattoo Baby's in there too. So y'all get you one.
Yes.
There's some hot ass bitches in here.
For real.
And then this one is the one from Australia, the one I was talking about. So I have the front and I have the back.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I mean, I want to say it's a pretty good spread, pretty good amount, which I think was pretty neat. So I'm in Australia.
Okay.
And then this was like a little project. It was like a Gothic Girls kind of, but she did like a little publication. Kimmy was on like the first one, and I was on the second one. So, which I thought was kind of cool to be on that one. And then these were with WTB. So we have they both were the same photographer, same kind of photos. But this one is Definition Ink, and this one was Models Ink. So,
I like the flowers in the background on that one.
Yeah, my inspiration for this was Marilyn Monroe when she had the red sheet, but I did reverse and I did black instead of the red. Was kind of my.
Okay.
And then I also have one that was just all about me, myself and I, and just to like learn about me and like, you know, my career and stuff like that, and kind of like Cosmo meets ink.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. So it's more than just, you know, like, you know, I've got things in there like 10 reasons why it costs more to get your dog groomed. I don't know if a lot of people know that, you know, or I'm Hungarian. My family comes from Hungary, and I also have Scottish. So I'm just kind of like an English mutt, I guess, European mutt. And I've got a recipe in there for chicken paprikash because my grandmother, she's from Hungary, and it's the most wonderful freaking thing. She does it all by memory. She won't write anything down. So nothing. She writes nothing down. Know the measurements, nothing. So let me tell you how many times I've tried to make her chicken paprikash and it does not come out right because I'm like, I can't do this. She's like, put a little bit of this, put a little bit of that. No, that is not how that works. Like, I need a measurement.
Right. Grandmas are the best though.
Yeah. She's just like, I tell her all the time, I'm just gonna make like videos and I'm just gonna put cooking with grandma so we can all figure out how to make it.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Okay, so where can people find these publications at?
So definitely they're all on my link tree. I will be updating it some more because I've gotten more than this. But they'll be on my link tree where you can go and find them. Most of the Model Cloud pages, or I can start putting them on I got a new public page, so I can start putting them on the public page so then people can find them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or if you book me, just message me.
Yeah. I believe I put your new page on the post so people can go follow it. So
Perfect.
I can also put it in the description for this too. So if anybody who's watching after wants to just click on that and follow her, you can do that.
Yes, please do. And if you need me for any photos, I do it all.
Yep. And acting.
Yeah, and acting. I'm obviously good at horror movies, so you know.
Yeah. All right. Well, I figured that kind of wraps it up. Is there anything that you would like to just tell anybody? Anybody have any questions that's watching or anything like that before we decide to go on about our day?
I mean, definitely. I mean, I'm one of the models that stands for empowerment and that wants all of us to feel beautiful the way that they are. I'm very small chested. I am part of the itty bitty titty committee and I'm proud of it. I had a lot of insecurities about that because, you know, obviously in our society, the perfect body at one point was my body type, but it changes so often and changes so much. And, you know, not everybody can look like Kim Kardashian. Sorry, that's not real life. That's not, you know, and she's beautiful, but not everyone has the money or the means to look like her. And I want women to feel like they're beautiful in all sizes. Because I always felt insecure about that when I was a teenager. You know, you feel less of a woman. And I don't want any girls out there to ever feel like you are less than. Like, you need, if it makes you feel better and you want a boob job or you want a butt lift or whatever, who cares? Do it anyway. It's your life. If it makes you feel better, do it. I'm all for it. But you know, don't let anybody pressure you into do that, or magazines or anything like that. Just be you. Get as much ink as you want. I came from a family that is very conservative, very non-tattoo Catholic. So, and some of them accept it and some of it don't. So, but I would rather be me any day than be a fake me. So just be you and just live your life, and don't ever feel like you can't do your dreams. Do not ever feel like that, because I never thought I would be in a freaking movie. It's crazy to me. Like, I still can't get over it. Or covers, or, you know, people can follow me, or like people actually like what I, you know, like what I look like or stand for, or my pictures. It's kind of nice, you know, like.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah, I can agree.
If
No,
you
you're good.
the background.
You're fine. All right. Well, I do appreciate you coming on. And for those that are listening later or watching, make sure you check out Bailey on Working Tattooed Beauties Facebook page. You can also go to workingtattooedbeauties.com. Pretty much Working Tattooed Beauties everywhere. We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Better
And
watch out
also,
for us.
right? Got to stay watching for sure. And we're also on, or also Bailey's on a movie, which I shared on my page and in the comments. So go check her out. Bye, everybody.
Bye.